Year 10, hope you're all okay. Today we're going to start the biodiversity and interdependence topic. So for our first lesson, we're going to start with a Do Now Connect activity. I'd like you to start for me by looking at the diagram and thinking about what you think that diagram represents. Use as many scientific keywords as you can to explain what you think it's representing. So this lesson is communities, biotic and abiotic factors. As a result of this lesson, you should be able to explain how organisms within ecosystems interact. On completing this lesson, you should be able to carry out the success criteria listed on this slide. There are a list of key vocabulary to help you out through this lesson, as well as the revision guide pages linked to this lesson. So this first task isn't going to be marked, but you are going to need your notes from this to help you later on when you complete the securing learning task in this lesson. What I'd like you to do is jot down these keywords on this slide, and we're going to match them to their definitions on the next slide. Here are the definitions for you to match to your keywords from the previous slide. Have a go, write them down together. If you get that done and you want a bit of extra challenge, I want you to start thinking about what do we mean by the term stable community. See if you can write your own definition down for that too. So now we're going to start thinking about the role of biotic and abiotic factors in the ecosystem and just write down our ideas. Normally I'd ask you to work in groups at this point to discuss and work out how each biotic element is dependent on all other factors and how they work together to create a stable community. Obviously that's not quite possible and you are on your own. However, within the team you can still discuss your ideas and help each other out, but you will need to jot your own ideas down now. Starting off with abiotic factors then, an abiotic factor is a non-living factor. Abiotic factors which might affect the community include light intensity, moisture levels, temperature, the pH of soil, wind intensity and direction, carbon dioxide levels in plants, and oxygen levels for aquatic animals. Biotic factors, on the other hand, mean living factors. So I like to think of it as bio, living, okay, biotic factors, living factors. There are several biotic factors which can affect a community. We have new predators, new pathogens, the food availability in the community, and one species outcompeting another. Interdependence. All species live in ecosystems composed of complex communities of animals, plants, and other organisms which are dependent on each other and are adapted to particular conditions. What I'd like you to do now is have a think about how animals and plants are dependent on one another within a community. Write down your ideas for me. We're now going to apply what we've learned about abiotic and biotic factors. Your first task is to sort the factors on the slide into abiotic and biotic. The factors you have been given are wind intensity, soil pH, light intensity, predators, pathogens, and temperature. When you've completed that, you might want to give the challenge task a go. You have been given sentences which give examples of organisms that have died. You need to decide if they've died due to biotic or abiotic factors. We're now going to complete the secure learning task which you will need to submit to your teacher. You will need to answer the questions on the Country Garden worksheet. They are all linked to what we have covered in this lesson. If you want a bit of extra challenge, complete the student follow-up activity as well and submit to your teacher.